Welcome back. So the equity market's actually quite okay. Mid-caps have recovered. Let's find out what's happening in the commodity universe. We have Manisha with us in the studios now. Manisha, so what's catching your attention?
Well, the commodity markets are also okay. Thank you for asking. But copper really seems to be doing quite well. If you look at the overnight markets, well, we've gained nearly 2% within that. In 2025 so far, as you can see, copper really seems to be outperforming the overall metal space with 7% of gains. And in 2024, we saw the prices gain up by 5.5%. So it has been good going for copper. The last year, it wasn't the best performer, but this year, it definitely is determined to be the better one. And we've seen that in way of prices as well. So from a 5-month lows that we saw in December 2024, we have seen a smart rebound come in for prices. And we're trading at a 3-week highs at this point in time. Actually, in the last quarter of 2024, the copper prices declined by 10%. And that really seems to be reversing all of that at this point in time. Well, the strength clearly comes in from the China stimulus expectations, and more projected, more inclined ones is what the street is anticipating right now. Apart from that, the rapid adoption of EVs, I mean, you were having that discussion right now, those numbers look good as well. And the renewable energy numbers also are starting to stand up as we start 2025, and the projections therein, that sentiment also seems to be supporting copper. The refined production numbers also are expected to be on the weaker side because of the lower TRC numbers that we've seen come in for this quarter. From $35 a ton in the last quarter of 2024, it's $25 for the first quarter of 2025. So that tells you that the refined production perhaps could be on the lower side. Markets also are looking at and trading at a premium. If you look at the China copper premium, that stands at $70 a ton right now. It was $43 2 months ago. So markets are looking at Chinese coming back to buy copper as well. The UBS report that came in yesterday has been quite interesting. They expect the copper demand growth for 2025 globally to gain up by 3.2%. I mean, that's your cue and the reason that you saw copper prices gain up quite strongly. When you look at 2025, we have more banks and brokerages now upping their forecast for copper. UBS, for one, in their yesterday's report has come out with $11,000 a ton of an expectation. And you have 10,000 to 10,400 coming in from JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs and Citi. And then around 10,000 is what you have the other banks and brokerages also putting that out. So the likes of ANZ's talked about 10,000, Bank of America and ING are talking about, again, 10,000, 9,500 to 10,000. So we are looking at higher numbers here. Currently, the copper prices are trading at 8,800. So from those kind of levels, as you can see, it's a lot of bullishness that 2025 could show you for this metal.
Okay, all right. So it's all about copper. Manisha, thank you very much for all the highlights over there. We need to take a break.